Okay, so this looks to be a strange game on domination. Yeah, I still want to see if you're using your shield properly, going aggressive, going in and out, and using your ultimate as well. Now, this is the start of a domination game where I think you could try to be a bit more creative with your portal, as in just wait a little bit for the enemies to start pushing up, and then I've seen people where you can maybe teleport here, right, kind of behind them, and also you can teleport slightly over here. So imagine the enemies push up on the point a little bit, and then you use a portal here to kind of block half of this area, and then you either kill whoever is behind here, or you kill someone who's on the point. So you can be definitely a bit more creative with your portals on domination, because there's no other super good use for it on domination. Okay, you fight here, nice. Okay, I probably wouldn't chase that guy just because he's very mobile. And right here, I would maybe start pushing into this Hela, because she's definitely way overextended right now. Like, a Hela should not be this far forward. Right, so instead of kind of wasting your focus, so to say, on this Thor, who's just gonna dash out of here, so you can't really chase him because he's just gonna constantly be dashing out, I'd probably start pushing for this Hela, kind of like your Gut is doing. And if you pushed with him, you could have probably killed this Hela right here, actually. Because she's like one hit from your regular attack, or like a melee. Yeah, she was literally about to die. So if you kind of forgot about the Thor, like whatever, you can't catch him, and just recognized the fact that the Hela is making a mistake and overextending, you could have punished that mistake of hers and get her killed. Alright, now here I don't think you want to be pushing too far forward into their side of the map, right? You don't want to go too far forward, so imagine this would be like splitting the map in half. You don't want to go too far forward here, because then your healers are going to have a harder time healing you. So if you can, you should probably play around this cover in the middle. Of course, if the enemies start taking damage and stuff, then you can just push a bit more and pressure them. But other than that, don't try to overextend. And again, you see, you're kind of, again, looking for the Iron Man, whereas it's not entirely it's not really your job to deal with the hyper mobile characters like that, just because you don't have any mobility. Yeah, sure, you can contest them a little bit, but especially the Iron Man, like, that's Hela's job, right? It's not really yours. So your job would be to just push the enemy away from the point, kind of like this. Yeah, just keep fighting, keep fighting. Now you're definitely going maybe a bit into the overextending part. Right, like, you want to make sure your healers can see you, just because it's very awkward for the healers to heal all the way over there from this position, or even here, just because of the way the map is laid out. So you want to keep in mind where are your healers to make sure that you don't run out of their line of sight here, because you can very easily just walk where they can't heal you, you take so much damage and you die really quickly before they can even help. Kind of like that Mr. Fantastic did right there. Like, he went way too far. Even how you're doing right now. Okay, maybe actually this wasn't that bad, because your healers are with you, actually, yeah. So this is not the worst, actually, because your healers, I mean, you see, they're still kind of having a hard time looking at you. Like, from their perspective, they can't really heal you. So imagine if right now the Thor pushes you into his team, and your healers can't see you, and you probably die. Right, you see, he did use his dash, he just missed. Now, you did get a kill, which is good, but it was risky for sure. Of course, when the Thor gets into your team like that, you can just turn to peel. That's really nice. But again, here, you're again kind of LOSing your healers, and you're also kind of going all by yourself, which is not the worst, but you're definitely going into quite a bit of trouble right now, and you might actually die. Yeah, you should have died. Like, that was definitely way too lucky. Because, again, you were being a bit aggressive when your healers can't even see you. So, and that's why, especially on maps like this, where the terrain is kind of awkward, you want to kind of turn around and make sure that you are in line of sight of your healers. I think you also could have used your flight way sooner. So like right here, the moment you get blinded, and especially because there's a Thor on you, right? Like this guy can hit through your shield. Just use the flight right away and just fly backwards and then use your shield in the air so that you can get healed by your supports right here. Like you would be flying over here or something, looking down with the shield. Yeah, you definitely flown way too late. Yeah, you didn't die. You didn't die, but it was very close. Basically, I mean, with 16 HP like that, it's basically you were just lucky. And like we said earlier, we don't want to rely on luck. And you also kinda, you see, you kinda forced your invis to use her ult for you, which this isn't that good of an ultimate, by the way. Because it's barely on the point. I mean, it's not bad. It's not super terrible, but it's not super great either. And I think she did it because you were taking too much damage and she kind of panicked and wanted to save you. Yeah, and again, you're going way too aggressive. You see, right here again, way too aggressive. You have your support ultimate here. And you see how you're going? Where, again, your healers can't see you. Right? That's why, especially depending on map, that's why, depending on the map, you have to keep in mind the layout of the map and where your healers are in relation to you. Like, you see here, they can't see you because of this thing in the middle. That's why I said you kind of want to play on one side so that they can see you. Or at least play around this on this side, on your side of the map, so your healers can see you. Because if you go like this, they can't, right? You're LOSing your healers, they can't even see you. So they can't heal you. So you're taking a lot of damage, taking a lot of pressure, and you almost died. You almost died again. Okay, that's a nice block. Could probably look for an ult there, yep. I was just about to say you could look for an ult there, so that was nice. Okay, you tried to block the Brace Beacon, that's nice as well. Yeah, like, you see, if it was like a slightly different game, you would have died like 2 times already. So, if it means you would have died, you would have lost the point. So I definitely think you're kind of hyper-aggressive sometimes. Especially because you're running out of the line of sight of your healers. Now, of course, sometimes you can be a bit more aggressive if the enemies are being pressured, but going like that by yourself, without line of sight of the enemies, without line of sight of your healers, into 3, 4, 5 enemies all by yourself, it puts you into a lot of danger and unnecessary risk. Now again, you don't really want to chase this guy, because you can't really, like, you see this, like, what is this? You can't really deal with super mobile characters like this. He almost died again. Yeah, it's not really, like, if you want, just contest him a little bit, like, shoot around him a little bit, but don't super commit or, like, tunnel vision on him that hard. Because your character is not meant to be dealing with their character. Yeah, see, again, you kind of overextended, and you weren't here to protect your healers from the Magneto bubble. And again, you LOS'd your healers, right? You went way forward, and you were behind this thing. And you weren't here. Like, imagine if you played on this side, maybe you could have backed away and used your shield here to block this. Maybe it would have still hit, but then, if you used your shield here, your healers probably would have seen that you use your shield and come right behind you. So maybe you could have saved this guy. Maybe you could have saved that guy by just not playing that super aggressive. Yeah, and I mean now it's just falling over because you're down 1 healer. So you're down 50% healing. It's very hard to sustain like this. So you're just gonna crumble as a team. Okay. Okay, nice block. That was also kind of a clutch ult by the invis. Okay, now you can be more aggressive because you have your Luna ult, and these guys are kind of away from the Cloak and Dagger ultimate. Okay, not now, but earlier they were isolating themselves, so then you could have been more aggressive because you also have the Luna. Right, but you should definitely start going backwards now. Yeah, because you don't have any support ultimates. You could maybe look for an ultimate, but I think it's kind of risky. Still nice, yep. The reason I said it's risky is because you are kind of low HP. And the enemy can block it with Magneto. And you can also get stunned by the Hela. But I'm guessing she, like, forgot. So this was, like, good timing, as in the enemies are kind of clumped up. There's a fight going on, but not so good because of the HP. Still, I think it was okay going for it. You again LOSing your healers. Right, like when you are here, you are LOSing your healers again. You also could just really quickly go grab the health pack, yep. You also could do something where you just maybe go a bit back and try to portal your team onto the point, right? Kind of like a bus. Like you're taxiing them back with your portal. Okay, now your job now is to stabilize, because your team is slowly coming back. So you want to play a bit slower and stabilize. Now you probably will die here, yeah. Are you gonna portal now? Again, I'm not sure why you're not using portal. And you could, maybe this was a bad portal, but you could have just used it somewhere throughout that entire round. I guarantee you could have used your portal. Maybe when your teammates died, maybe when they were too far back, or at the start. You probably could have gotten one use out of your portal. Oh, this is a mess. Yeah. You got Luna ult, you can be a bit aggressive now. You can use your ult actually, yep. Nice. That was a nice hook. Yeah, just play forward, be aggressive. Yeah, you can be aggressive now. Maybe that good ult was not super necessary, but it's whatever. Yeah, so overall I would say you're LOSing your healers a bit too many times. Same thing here again. Maybe you can look for a creative portal. Yeah, you can fight him like that when he's kind of unaware of you. Okay, you want to peel for your backline as well. That was a nice peel. You can also, by the way, block this. Yep, like that. Thank you. That was really nice. Okay, now you do have to play maybe a bit slowish, just because your healers were back. So just like wait 1 second for your healers to actually peek out, and then you can go. But kind of, again, kind of like the previous map, make sure you don't go in front of this and LOS your healers again. So you want to play on one side to make sure that your healers can see you. Like this is definitely, now you're again doing the same issue. Which, like, you see, it's not always bad. Like, if you're winning the fight, it's not bad. But sometimes it's definitely putting yourself into a lot of danger. Here again. And it's also making it very awkward for the healers, because they're panicking like, oh my god, this guy's taking damage, we can't see him. So they're kind of running around trying to find you, trying to see you and heal you, which also forces them to put themselves into bad positions, to walk forward, to look for you, instead of making it easier for them by just staying on one side like this, or on one side, right? Think about this and the way this is blocking your LOS of the healers. Now this is kind of unfortunate. You double stacked support ults. Yeah, this is definitely not ideal. Now you can fight here because you did have a lot of things. I don't think you need to ult here necessarily, just because you're just hard winning this fight. So yeah, please don't ult here, like it's really not needed. Okay, keep your ult for the next fight. But I hope you see that when you put yourself out of LOS of your healers, you're also making your healers play worse in a sense, and you're putting yourself into a bad spot, into unnecessary danger. Now here you could definitely maybe start holding here, right? You don't want to hold, right? Like there's no need to AFK on the point like this, right? Hold a bit forward. Or you can fly up here, wait for the enemies, and then drop down with your ultimate. Again, be a bit more creative. Don't just AFK on the point. Like, why are you waiting for the enemies to just come back to the point for free? Walk a bit forward, hold some space, right? Don't just let them get back here for no, like, without doing anything. Yeah, that's a nice ult. Maybe a bit unnecessary because the fight was kind of won already, as in you used Groot ult, you used Mr. Fantastic ult, so I think it wasn't that necessary. Like, you already got a kill. These guys are super low as well. This might have been a bit unnecessary. Right, like you can just push them back and then use your ult on the next fight, because they're down 2 people, right? They're down the Hela and the Punisher. So the fight is already over for them. Now you're kind of wasting in a sense that it's not really needed. Now, the fight was basically won, and now you're winning it harder, which is like a waste of resources. It is good for staggers and stuff, but winning another fight is more value than winning a fight harder, if that makes sense. Because then you win 2 fights, which gives you more time than just winning 1 fight harder. Now this is what you should have done the other time as well, right? Don't just AFK on the point. Actually walk a bit forward and hold them closer. Okay, they used support ult, so you want to just back away. Nice. They also have Wolverine now. Like, see, imagine if you had your ultimate now for this fight. It would probably have been a bit better. I imagine if you used your ult now, right, instead of on the previous fight. Right? Like, that ult wasn't bad, but it was more of a waste. So it was bad in the sense that it was a waste. Okay, portaling. I also don't think going for the Thor here was the best move. It's not bad, but there were probably better targets. Maybe not, actually, because these guys were ulting. And you were kind of protected. Yeah, it's not the worst, actually, never mind. Yeah, you got your ult back. Okay, think you could definitely have maybe looked. Like over here, I think you could have looked for like a fly above and ult here. Alright, like right here, maybe you could have fly above and ult here. I think it would have been quite good. Or do it now with your thing. Yeah, do it now when the thing's going in. Where is he? Well, you could have done it then with your thing. Okay, you're trying to be a bit more creative. I like it. Okay, that's fine. But why ult these guys instead of ulting these guys? Right, like, you're gonna have a harder time killing them because they have more HP. Your team is here, but they have more HP, and their backline is gonna be able to heal them at least. As I see, you only killed one person, whereas if you ulted to your left, right, imagine if you ulted here and you kill all of these three guys. Like, why are we going for tanks here? When this is, like, look at this. This would have been so much better. You kill their backline, they have no healing, and then they just fall over. Like, why are we focusing on tanks? You even stunned them. So if you just went to your left, you probably could have reached the raccoon as well. Maybe. Like, why are we ulting the tanks, man? Instead of focusing the backline. I guarantee the reason you lose this round is because of your ultimates on this point. So, the first ultimate you used earlier, you kinda wasted it because the fight was already won. And then this ultimate was good, but just completely wrong targets. Yeah. So, the reason you lost this point is because you kind of whacked your ultimates. So, you're definitely better with the ultimate timing. I mean, the previous one wasn't that good of a good timing because the fight was pretty much already won. But this one was really good timing and you were creative with it. It's just that you went for the tanks for I don't even know what reason. I'm not really sure why you went for the tanks there. And you still lose this fight here somehow. Like, also, why did you just turn around here? So you kill them here, you push them here. Like, why not just keep going forward? Right? Push them backwards. Why do you turn around for some tanks? Right, you see this guy is super low HP. You even see their support all by themselves. And then again, you turn back for the tanks. Now, I understand it, right? As in trying to peel, maybe, but you have Luna ult going on. These guys are just tanks without any healing. Your entire team is full HP because you have Luna ult. Why are you again forgetting about the squishies and just tunnel visioning on the tanks? So this is the second time in a row, actually, that you hyper-focused on the enemy tanks. I'm not really sure why you're focusing here on the guy. Where if you just went forward, you probably can kill this guy, or you probably can kill the raccoon, and then this Punisher would have come from the res or something, or you even just destroyed the res beacon because you maybe killed the rocket. And you still didn't even save the squirrel girl. Yeah, like, again, it's not your really job to deal with the Thor unless he's like super into your backline. But yeah, so I genuinely think the reason you lost this point is because you focused on the tanks too much. Like, the first ultimate, while a bit unnecessary, it wasn't the worst. But the second ultimate, you focused on the tanks, and here again you focused on the tanks, which just let the backline play for absolutely free, without any pressure on them. So of course they're going to provide a ton of value with healing, with resources, with utility. And they were next to you as well. It's not like they were in Narnia. You could have just one more step to the left or something and you would have been able to just destroy the backline. Right, remember what I said? If you want to hit something, right? Almost always you want to hit something so you have uptime. Normally that's going to be the tanks. But if the backline is reachable, just go for the backline. If there's nothing else to hit, by all means go for the tanks. But if the backline is right there for you to go, just go for the backline. Yeah, you do absolutely get kidnapped here. Can fly away there, nice. Alright, like now it is a good time to go for the tanks. Why? Because the backline is in Narnia, you can't even get close to them. So this would be a moment to go for the tanks. Yep, like that, there you go. Even now. Now you can start maybe going for the enemy backline because they are very close, but this guy is super low HP as well. So if the backline is reachable, if the backline is within reach, just go for the backline. Of course, not if it means you're gonna super LOS your healers, but if they're just right there for you to take, just go for them. Now you could be looking for an ult, and again, you can kind of be creative. Maybe you can fly away here, or maybe you can fly away here and wait for your ultimate and use it when they drop down. You can be a bit more creative. I'm not sure why you're holding the shield for this guy when no one's even looking. Like, just push out this store here. What? Why are you just AFK on the point again? Second time when you're just AFK on the point. Walk a bit forward. Maybe contest them a little bit here. Like, no one's even shooting at this guy. Why are you shielding him? And you see, now when he actually needed the shield, you don't have, or like you don't use it. Like, he's using the ultimate, man. Now it would be the time to protect him. Not when nobody's even shooting at him. Completely backwards. You probably should have also pinged this guy, maybe. Yeah, don't ult here because you're just dead. Okay, portaling here. It's kind of awkward because your team is not even close. You want to hit the Thor here. You also want to shield the Thor ultimate. Like, look where he is and shield downwards. Like, you don't want to just get blown up like this. What is this shield, man? What are you shielding? He's gonna come from here. Maybe try and block the ultimate for your supports, or like for your backline or something. Again, completely backwards. Okay, you have your ult. You have to be very creative with your ult here because it's kind of an awkward position. Nice. Again, kind of the same issue as earlier. If you go behind this, you're LOSing your healers. Okay, they used 2 ultimates. This is the moment to go. Like, why are you peeking into a Punisher ultimate? Like, he's just gonna melt you. You need to hide. If these guys are gonna... Like, your shield is not gonna do much. Your shield is not gonna block a damage boosted Punisher ultimate. It's just gonna get melted in like half a second. This, you need to hide. If these guys peek a Punisher ultimate, like, it's kind of on, right? It's on them. It's their problem that they're idiots. I think you definitely need to ult, like, now. Yeah, why are you anti-healing yourself here? Like, you're just completely letting yourself get killed right here. What is this? You get yourself anti-healed into a Luna ultimate while going for the fight. You either ult right away with your Luna here, you either ult right away, which is probably not ideal because of the Rocket ultimate and the Punisher ultimate. But other than that, just use your burst so you don't get anti-healed like this. Like, these are just some really, really dumb mistakes. And then you ult, but you're full half HP, and you don't even have your burst, and you don't even really have that much energy. You still get some kills, but it could have been a lot better. Yeah, and you should have flown away. You had the flight. You could have flown away a bit earlier. Yeah, I don't think you can get back in time. Yeah, it's just over. Okay, so for this game, don't go so far forward being aggressive and LOSing your healers. You wanna make sure that you know where to stand so that your healers can see you and actually heal you, because then it puts you into a lot of danger. It makes the healers go into awkward positions to go and try to heal you. So don't go so far forward and behind buildings or behind cover where your healers can't see you. Then you kind of again used your shield kind of randomly, like on that Punisher turret, no one was shooting at him. Why would you just shielding him for no reason? Which is kind of leading into the other point, as in you're just sometimes AFK on the point instead of just pushing up a little bit. Like, don't just stand AFK on the point and wait for the enemies to come to you. You have to push a bit forward and take some space so that the enemies can't contest the point right away. Then your ultimates, or like maybe not your ultimates, but your target priority in general, is you're way too focused on tanks when you could have just very easily killed the backline at least 2 or 3 times this game, which is actually the reason why you lost the second round, because you were too focused on the enemy tanks. Like, if the enemy backline is within reach, just go for them. Of course, not if it means you're gonna super LOS your healers or go super far back, but if they're just extending themselves and putting themselves in bad positions where you can very easily reach them, or by maybe sneaking around and flanking like you did with the ultimate on the second point, just go for the backline. Stop hyper-focusing on the enemy tanks like this, and also stop hyper-focusing in general on some targets, like even that Iron Man on an earlier round. You can contest him, but don't waste so much time just chasing him around. Yeah, so I think definitely you're tunnel visioning on targets, on like weird targets sometimes. So yeah, that's about it for this one. Good luck. Hope this helps.